Hi guys and welcome back. My name is Paige and this is my hubby.
Hello!
And today we are going to be reviewing Kingdom Keepers Book 4 Power Play by Ridley Pearson. Like all of my book reviews you will find on this channel, this is going to be spoiler free. But before we jump into the review, let's take a look at the cover. Anybody notice anything on this cover that is missing from the parks?
I do!
What is it, honey?
It's the hat. For those who visit the parks, the hat was erected in 2001 along with opening up the attraction One Man's Dream to honor Walt Disney's 100th birthday. They have since decided the hat has outlived its usefulness and they have taken it down. Sad to say.
I don't know why. All there is now is the Chinese theater. What does the Chinese theater represent? Nothing.
Well, if you remember the old Disney reservation videos from the 90s, the Chinese theater was the first thing you saw whenever they mentioned Hollywood Studios, then known as Disney MGM Studios. So, I guess that's their excuse.
Pretty much. Okay, on with the review. This takes place... The Kingdom Keepers go to MGM Studios or Hollywood Studios or whatever you want to call it. And they have some suspicious news when Philby gets a message from Wayne on his school computer about strange things that are happening at the base.
These strange things carry the kids into an all-out battle with their ultimate enemies, the Overtakers. Now, before I continue with this particular book, I should mention that those of you who are familiar with the series probably know by now that this story involves 5 kids who have been thrust into a battle with Maleficent and her villain cronies. So, everything from book 1 on deals with them battling Maleficent and her evil forces to stop them from taking over the Disney kingdoms and making them darker.
And we meet a few new Overtakers in this book. We meet Judge Frollo, or when I first read this book, I called him Judge Fruit Loop because it's the same thing, F and F. We meet Cruella de Vil. We meet the Evil Queen. And they are all trying to free Maleficent and Chernabog from their jails that the Disney Imagineers have put them in.
Anyone who remembers the first book knows that Maleficent has been a problem from the get-go. Well, now she's upping the game. Maleficent decides, okay, you're gonna imprison me? Great, but I dare you to keep me there.
I just think this book is absolutely amazing. The whole series is great. I am currently on book 5, and this series is just wonderfully made. Ridley Pearson really does a great job sharing the Disney magic.
I absolutely love it. I have been reading it since the first book came out in 2005, and I've been an avid fan ever since. It is one of my big dreams to meet him, to get an autographed book from him, and just tell him what an awesome job I think he's done of this. For those who haven't read the books, you don't know what you're missing. You won't be able to put these down.
A lot of people don't know, but these books are really amazing. They're good for any age. This was recommended as a middle grade book, but I highly, highly, highly recommend these books. I never read them when I was a child, and I really do regret it because I love sharing the Disney magic with people and people who enjoy reading.
And it's really fun to read these books and then go back to the parks and say, I remember that from this book, or I remember riding this attraction and what happened to Philby or Maybeck or Charlene when this happened. So it just makes the parks more interesting. You'll never look at the Disney parks the same way after you read these books.
And they have different covers, so if you get the hardback edition, you get this cover. And then if you get the paperback edition, you still get the cover, but you don't have Judge Frollo, you have his eyes. So if you want the paperback and hardcover, I highly recommend you get hardcover books. I love hardcover books, but that's another topic for another video.
So basically, the Kingdom Keepers are fighting for their lives, literally, in some instances, and things have really begun to heat up. Now, in addition to some new villains, they also introduced some new allies in this particular story. And one of them is my personal favorite. I won't mention who it is, but I will say that she is somebody that I have been a fan of for years, and when you read this book, you will see who it is because, as my dear wife promised, this is spoiler free. So I'm not going to tell you who it is. You'll just have to read it for yourself.
And there are also some other characters in this book. They're part of the Fab Five. But I highly recommend you pick this book up. I give it a 10 out of 10. And it's just good overall. This is a great series for anybody to start. So that is all we have for this review today. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a friendly comment down below and tell us what is your favorite Kingdom Keepers book. And we will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
See you real soon.